Bunny, help! Father Fish is trying to eat my hamburger.
Is he stealing our food again?
Help! Father Fish, get out of here!
Father Fish got buried in his substrate, setting up a new tank Christmas Eve. You can say there's no way he's down in there, but as for me and Mary, we believe. He'd been carrying too much sand now, and he tipped in with the bag. He wanted to make a deep bed, now he's fertilizing plants instead. When they found him in the morning, in that tank way in the back, he was beneficial down there. The plant roots were never ever looking back. Father Fish got buried in his substrate, setting up a new tank Christmas Eve. You can say there's no way he's down in there, but as for me and Mary, we believe. Now we're all so proud of Mary. She's been taking this so well. See her sleeping in with Calvin, changing water and giving guppies crust eggshell. All our tanks suck without Father. An inch of gravel now we hate. And we just can't help but wonder, should we haul those bags of sand and test our fate? Test our fate! Father Fish got buried in his substrate, setting up a new tank Christmas Eve. You can say there's no way he's down in there, but as for me and Mary, we believe.
You know Mary and Joey and Cassie and Roxy, Lee, T-Bone, Shelby, and Sharpies. But do you recall the most important fish nerd of all? Father Fish, the shoal leader, has a very white fluffy beard. And if you ever need him, don't show him any fear. All you gotta do is ask questions. He will always sort you out. Don't forget your plants and your dirt. That will make your tank last and last. Then one cloudy tank appeared, and Father Fish came to say, if you do it this way, it will change your day. Oh, how the shoal really loves him, and how he can help us learn. With Father Fish to guide us, we will always make them tanks flow.
To keep my tanks from getting frightful, plants and sand will make it delightful. And since I got nowhere to go, get the hose, let it blow, let it blow. It doesn't show signs of stopping. Water change just keeps it popping. Make sure your lights are way down low. Get the hose, let it blow, let it blow. When we finally bid each other good night, we can join the Discord forum, making fish keeping a delight. Make sure to keep your fishies warm. Now our troubles are sliding. No more plants and fish are dying. As long as we have all the fishes show, let it flow, let it go, love you show.
Well, good morning, good morning. How is everyone this morning? I think we're all kind of slowly waking up today. This is the beginning, the beginning of is it the shortest or the longest day of the year? I lose track. I guess it's the shortest. So the days get longer now as we go along. The daylight gets longer. Days don't get longer. Army Aquatic stronghold from yesterday. We had rain here yesterday, so we're. Although today it's a bright sunny day. Strong cold front, Army says. And it says really, really windy yesterday. Yeah, we had wind here too. It was pretty stormy. I guess there's a warm front coming across east to west, I think, which is an unusual weather pattern. That's normally a hurricane weather pattern. Happy hump day. Yellowstone Aquatics. Hello, Yellowstone Aquatics. Excuse me, I'm belching this morning. Gonna turn you blue. Good to see you. A little slow coming together here this morning, aren't we? Oh, let's see. Oh. Monster Fish Gal, good morning, Christina Whitaker. I heard you caught a 7-pound bass in the backyard. I did. Came as quite a surprise. It so startled me, I didn't even get a picture of it. I just cleaned it and ate it. It was a big one. It was big. It was probably big, well, certainly biggest bass I ever caught. And I'm just guessing at the weight because I didn't even weigh it, but it was every bit of 2 foot long. And I caught it on a worm that I just dropped off the dock in about a foot of water. And I guess it was hiding under the dock and came out and grabbed it and then started going up creek. So I watched it for a bit and then set the hook. Fortunately, I had a big net handy, so I was able to bring it in. Otherwise, I'd have never gotten it in. Florida bass. I think it was a very old fish, actually. Well, to be that size, I guess it would have to be Yeah, it was certainly tournament size. Freaked me out. Totally freaked me out. Oh my goodness, Michelle is woken up at 3 o'clock due to his dog barking because the wind was knocking the sign into his door. A lot of wind. A lot of wind. Logan. Good morning, Logan. We're Dunlap. Good to see you. Michelle Kinsey. Hi, Michelle. Michelle is from Detroit. My goodness. And Yellowstone is here. Hello, Yellowstone. A trampoline flew through our neighbor's fence. Boy, say that 10 times fast. Army Aquatics. A trampoline flew through our neighbor's fence. Wow. Mercy, mercy. Oh, Michelle. Oh. Michelle lives in Detroit, not Florida. Be interesting to talk with you about that, Michelle. I'm from Baltimore. Baltimore's changed dramatically in the last 20 years, but really 10 years, as has Detroit. Really interesting to talk with you about that. Jason wants to know if anyone has experience with half-bakes. I've kept them, but not for long. Rohan has them, I believe. Rohan's in the Himalayas, in the lowlands of the Himalayas. Did you know they're lowlands in the Himalayas? He's got them in an outdoor pond, and they're doing quite well. Fairly large environment for them, but I think they prefer that. Who else? Somebody else had them too. Can't remember. It'll come to me. Yellowstone Aquatic. Do you know of a good material to make a BBS net? Silk handkerchief. A silk handkerchief is probably the best material to use. It doesn't rot. You want to make sure that when you finish using it, rinse it out and let it dry, and it won't rot that way. It's organic material, so if you let it wet or leave it in the water, it'll rot. But silk handkerchief is really good material for that. I've been using silk handkerchiefs as BBS nets since I was a child, honestly. I don't know where my mother got silk handkerchiefs, but somehow I wound up with one. Oh, wow. Army says Punta Gorda Airport recorded hurricane force winds. Yeah, I think that was a tropical storm coming through. It was coming east to west. Grandfather had a 7.25 pound smallmouth he caught with a cane pole. Wow, isn't that exterior? That's remarkable. Tampa's still cloudy and wet today, says Dane Fritz. Hi, Dane. How are you? It's it's here in Venice. It's sunny. No clouds in the sky. Going to be a bright, warm day. Average length of an 8-pound bass is 24 inches. Little under if they're skinny. This one was skinny. It was not a big, heavy fish. It was a pretty thin fish. I think it had just finished spawning. Oh, glory. Monster Fish Gull is posting the Discord channel. For any of you who have not gotten on Discord, please check it out. I'm going to do a video of it. I may do that today. We need a video of Discord explaining just exactly what it is and why it's such a vital resource. But it is really remarkable. Lots of people on there, an average of 50 people on at any given point in time. And they're engaged in a wide variety of conversations. We have about 20 channels on all sorts of topics, including some non-fish topics that are kind of interesting. So come on over and check it out. I think if you like chatting with fishy friends, then you'll love Discord. Dennis, hello, Dennis. Good to see you. Dennis Christensen, nice to see you. My sister-in-law, niece and nephew are coming over, says Henry. Well, you're going to have family. That'll be fun. My daughter and her grandchild, or my grandchild, her daughter, my daughter and her daughter are coming to Florida this weekend. So hopefully I'll have a chance to spend some time with them. Let's see. Laurie's posted merch link. This T-shirt. That's the Father Woo. Can I see it? There we go. Father Fish T-shirt is available as merch on the Teespring link. The spring link. John the Fisherman. Hello, John the Fisherman. Nice to see you. Good morning to you. 3G is here. Hello, 3G. Scott Stankovich. Hi, Scott. Nice to see you. Good to have you with us this morning. Oh, that's John the Fisherman. John the Fisherman. Oh, my. Oh, dear. Harvey said I like the food tag video yesterday. Anyone who's not had a chance to check it out, we posted a food web video yesterday, setting up a food web, actually creating it, going out and collecting the materials and putting them in the tank. There were 2 items that did not come from the wild, and I'm almost sorry I used them. I used them because I had them available. One was char, and the other was a packaged soil product. I used them more or less as filler, so they were not really critical to the setup, but I needed something to break up the mud to kind of soften it, and I did not have peat moss on hand, which would have been the ideal thing to use. But the char was good, and then I also used my mix, my supplement. So a couple of things a little different. They were not strictly purely native. But we came up with, I think, a fun tank that's going to be interesting to watch as it moves on. Ginger Fishy says it's afternoon. She's setting up her first deep sand bed aquarium this weekend. Well, bravo, Ginger, and we'll walk you through it if you need help with that. But good job, and we're excited about it and look forward to seeing what you're creating. Get over on Discord and post pictures of it as you go along. It'll be wonderful to see that. Let's see. ADHD, good morning. Happy to see you, ADHD. The Florida flagfish tank crashed. Oh dear. Well, I'm glad the bluefin killie are doing well. They are really cute. And we'll send you some more Florida flags. Happy to do that. And sorry that that crashed. That I know that's upsetting, isn't it? When something like that happens. Kevin Rosenberg is on his way to work. Well, we're happy to help you bridge the gap there, Kevin. ADHD. I finally made it. I'm on day shift again. Well, good. Mercy. Maybe take Nella collecting. That would be wonderful, Roman. If I have the chance, I will do that. What a great idea. Somebody suggested something. Oh, I know what it was. Naresh made a comment yesterday. He said, Father Fish, you know sign language. Why don't you do a fish video, maybe on setting up a tank in sign language? And I thought about the sign language thing before, but never really thought about it in terms of setting up a fish tank. So I thought it was a good idea, and I'm going to do that soon. And we'll see what happens. Should be interesting. Let's see. Where are we? Oh dear. From my experience, it can be a little nippy and territorial. What's he talking about? Lisa. Oh, it did clear up quickly, didn't it, Lisa? Yeah, within hours, really. The next morning, it was crystal clear. What fish? I don't know. I guess I missed it. Or Florida flags. I might have realized. Yes, they are. Lisa's asking if Florida flags are aggressive. They are. They're related to the cyprinodons. I don't think they are a cyprinodon, but they're related to them. The cyprinodon is the pupfish. And the thing that I've got some flags here, in fact, I think there's still some in here somewhere. I'm not seeing them. See crevensis and mollies. Got a lot of mollies. Oh, there's one. So far I can do this without dropping the signal, which is nice. Let's see if you can see the flag. He's behind the mollies. If I can get this any closer. Maybe a little. Now where'd he go? There he is, right there. A very, very pretty fish. He's hiding, of course. These are sailfin mollies. Really, another really remarkable fish. That's a male. He's looking pretty good. I put him in here when he was maybe half an inch long, so he's kind of grown into the, and you get a good bit bigger. He's about 1.25 inches. They'll get up to 3 inches. They get really quite big. These are all females. So he's got quite a hair on there, all hanging around. It's a couple little puffers. There's a crevensis in the back, a female, and a male. I think that's it now. I don't know where he is. Molly, there's a little flag. There's a pair of crevensis right there. And a male pushing them out of the way. I think we may finally have some fry here. Look at that. Crevensis. And these are a pair of black rams that are acting for all the world like they want to spawn. I had a real disappointment this morning. I've got 2 pair in here. a pair of regular and these. And they were fine last night. Today there's only the female of the regular left. I can't find the male. And she was just here and is hiding. She'll come out in a minute. So they are an extremely aggressive fish toward others of their species. Not at all toward other fish. But two males and a tank will result in one male. And I thought I could get away with it because I've got 4 feet of separation. And they were separating at ends, each end of the tank. But it apparently didn't make any difference. They were sparring routinely. And I guess I thought about putting a divider in. Didn't do it, wish I would have. Now I'm down to one female. And it's really tough trying to get rams that pair off. So anyway, I'm hoping that these guys are going to do something. Maybe now with that male gone, they'll spawn. We'll see. Anyway, there's all that. The 15. I can't get a camera outside. It's doing great, Kevin. How's the 15 doing? You said. I need to somehow set up so I can do outside live streaming. Just not in a position to do it right now. So Lisa wanted to know if Florida flags are aggressive. Yes, they're aggressive. Rohan is saying large predatory carp eat fruit and insects that fall into the water by giant squirrels. ADHD, do you know why sometimes fish have a tumor? It's like a yellowish lump. Is that bacteria? It could very well be. We need to spend a little time talking. Over on Discard would be good. And just to really get a handle on your husbandry, on your fish care. It's probably is bacteria. It's probably really not a tumor, but some kind of a growth. You can try a salt bath with it. We have a protocol for that on the Discord channel. So basically, one tablespoon per 5 gallons in a bare tank with an air stone. No food. My hunch is you're overfeeding. Just a guess, but if you're having tumors and you have tanks crashing, it's probably overfeeding that's causing that. So let's get together and talk about that. We can do so on Discord if you like. Christina's saying I went out yesterday, spent $90 on fish. That's what I get for getting all the family into fish. Well, that's exciting. Hope you got some nice stuff. Stickman, I love the Florida flag. Wish I had them again. They are pretty, aren't they? Yeah, the wild sailfin mollies. They really are big and hardy. They're such a pretty fish. Stickman says my LFS has them in their African tank to eat algae. No, he's probably talking about the flags. Although mollies will too. Both of them are really good algae eaters. And nice to see you, Stickman. Good to see you here. We just turned you yellow. I have a call from Dr. Dubin's office, so better take this. Lou Foxwell. I'm good. How are you? Can I call you back? I'm tied up with something else. I do want to do that.
Okay, sounds wonderful. Give us a call back for the results, okay?
Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
I had blood work yesterday, and they've got the results they want to go over with me. So I'll call back when we're finished here. John saying ADHD. Sorry to hear all your latest frustrations. Yeah, I am too. We need to work on this. See if we can get some of this stuff resolved. Tam's saying that she likes the idea of a sign language video. Christina says something is brilliant. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Merry Christmas from Relic Turtle. Hello, Relic Turtle. Good to see you. John the Fisherman. Let's see. Jennifer Weaver. Hello, Jennifer. Lisa's Tanked is here. Good to see you, Lisa's Tanked. Oh, yeah. Cribs and rams are tough to ship, particularly in the winter because they really need to be warm. Army saying Florida flags eat hair algae. Indeed, they do. I had a serious hair algae infestation in that tank we were just looking at, which cleared up once I got the flags in there. So they really did take care of it. I can use my phone to use the camera. Yes, I can. You're absolutely right, Tam. All I have to do is come up on the stream. I used to do that back at the shop. Good idea. What time is it? It's 9:30. ADHD saying a new fish came in with a tumor thing on it. Seems okay, just a lump on its fin near the base of a caudal. It could very well be a parasite. That's probably the more likely alternative, although it certainly could be a cancer. Bob Moss is getting dwarf crayfish in the spring. That'll be fun. Excited about crayfish. I don't get excited about crayfish. They're plant eaters. They love to eat plants. Sailfin mollies. John the Fisherman likes them. The stickman. I really would start with a blackwater naturalistic tank. Do you have any tips, advice? Tank I chose is a 125, an Orinoco Basin scale. That Orinoco, that's interesting. I have a video on that. In fact, I had a 125 Blackwater natural tank set up at the shop for years. And we've got some pretty good video on it. I'll try to, maybe somebody can locate that, or I'll try to get it and pop it up there. If you come over to Discord, we can get that resource for you. Stickman will be delighted to help you with that. That's going to be really exciting. And a huge air problem and a 20 long, and Florida flags cleared that up quick. Yes, they do. They do indeed. Bob's feeding his shrimp. Christina. Don't know if you've ever seen a fairy molly, but they have a matte kind of scales. I found them extremely susceptible to tumors. That sounds like the Yucatan molly. Don't know about the tumor thing. That's interesting. And I never heard the term fairy molly. But there are two species of molly, one from the Yucatan and the other from American Southeast, from Florida around to Texas. Dwarf crays don't eat plants, Bob's saying. Oh, okay. All right. Don't know what they are, I guess. Dwarf crays. I've had a lot of little crays. Guess not that one. Scott saying he has a blackwater tank or close to one. Let's see. If you are posting, then you are a member. You have to be a member to be able to post. We did that in order to get the numbers up a little bit and get people receiving more videos. Oh, Stickman makes those. Blackwater make the best tanks. Absolutely true. 4 Blackwater setups, lots of leaf litter and botanicals. I use sand. I would dirt it as well, Kevin's saying. Yeah, it's really important to dirt a Blackwater tank. It's going to maximize the food web, which is really the purpose of doing a Blackwater tank. Well, Blackwater means tannins in the water, and tannins are nutrition for microfauna. So if you've got Blackwater, you've got a microfauna population, which means you can house very small fish that are going to forage for those microfauna. So having a dirt substrate provides a more strength and more integrity to the balance and diversity of the tank, allowing for that microfauna to be able to really expand and develop into a strong component in your Blackwater tank. DM started a little 1-gallon dirt tank yesterday. Going to use it for neocaridina. Good idea. That's perfect, DM. Nice to see you. Secret to the bottom is leaves, Scott says. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Leaves are the key to being able to maintain a food web, or for that matter, a genuinely balanced aquarium. The leaves, researchers have studied freshwater environments around the world, and they found that leaves are the foundation to the food web in every single freshwater environment. So you need leaves or other organic material. Leaves happen to be the most common and the most plentiful, but there certainly are other organic materials. Kevin's saying the Blackwater tank at this shop was awesome. It was amazing. And what we did was we put a very large, well-rotted softwood stump in the tank. It was big, and it was not a hardwood. It was a softwood, so it deteriorated. It was very well rotted. We got it rotted, and we put it in there, and it continued to break down, which provided a continuing source of both humus and brown water. Scott is here. Hello, Scott. There he is.
Good morning, Father Fish. How you doing?
This.
Hey, this is for
very cool.
This is for Stickman. This
Yes.
is the tannin. This tank is about 3 months old, and under your suggestion, I went out and I got the leaves.
Yes.
About two-thirds of them have been boiled. 1/3 of them has not. And I got about 7, 8 angels in there. Nice sailfin there. Really doesn't belong in there, but
He's enjoying himself.
couple of Julie cats, if I can find them. I don't have my glasses on. Gotta give me a second. And again, very heavily planted on the surface. That is my savior for this tank.
Oh, great. Yeah. Duckweed?
Mostly
some red
duckweed.
root.
I do have a little bit of Sylvania in there.
Right.
And I wish, and here's a couple of my autos right here.
Oh, nice.
And so the planting has been tough starting, the rooted plants. I recently transplanted this crypt.
What is your
And
yeah? What is your substrate?
my substrate is, it is a deep substrate, is a fatherfish substrate, 1 inch of dirt, 2 inches of, this is pool, not pool sand, playground sand. It's really, really fine.
Yes, it
And
is.
so, and
It
that's,
should
I
be
think
fine
that's
though.
what's, yeah,
That
it's
should
just,
be okay.
it's going to take a little time for it to take off.
Try Vallisneria and swords. They're
Yeah.
a better starting plant,
Okay.
and they do pretty well.
That area. All right. I got to look that up. But like I said, it's been kind of tough going with the plants, but we'll just let the tank do its thing. I've had very
Yeah,
few losses in this tank.
nice. Yeah, it looks good. Looks great.
Yeah, I got a big Asian algae eater in there too. All right, I'm gonna let you go. Just want to show that tank off to him so that
Thank you, Scott.
he can see that.
Great.
Bye.
Good to see you. Bye bye. Let's see. Stickman is saying, do I have to boil the leaves for sterilization or to get the tannins out? You don't have to, no. If they are dry leaves, boiling them will help to begin breaking them down, kind of emulsify them a little bit. If they are leaves from a creek, you do not want to sterilize them. The idea is not sterilization. Sterilization is the last thing in this world you want to do. You want to do just the opposite. You want to bring in bacteria, fungus, and microfauna and the microflora from the wild and get that established in your tank to increase the biodiversity in that tank. Don't be afraid of Mother Nature. Do not be afraid of nature. Nature is a very balanced and a very stable environment. And by bringing in life from that stable, healthy environment, it's going to increase the stability and the health of your aquarium. Don't be afraid of it. Don't feel like you've got to kill everything before you can put it in your tank. You want to do just the opposite. Yeah, nice job, Scott. It does look good. Tam Shepard, my EBAs have a new batch of swimmers. Oh my. Angels have spawned again. Time to open my own fish store. I think so, Tam. That's exciting. Good for you. Nice job. Caras are so prolific. I have a friend, Andy, who some of you have met here, who acquired 60 large EBAs, electric blue Acaras, big ones. And he's got them spread out through 20 different tanks. And now I think at this point, he has 4 spawns going in various tanks. So he's going to become the EBA master of Southwest Florida, I think. Soak my leaves in a 5-gallon bucket. That's a good idea. And then add to that some wild material from a lake or a pond or a creek or a stream or a river or whatever, and that'll increase the biodiversity. Tam Shepard is saying that wisteria would do well in Scott's tank. Absolutely true. Wisteria and what's the other one? A brain. If I only had a brain. Water sprite. Wisteria and water sprite will do well. Don't try new things with your favorite fish, Rohan's saying. Well, that's not bad advice. Not bad advice. Don't try new things with your favorite fish. Try new things with 5 or 6 of your 1,000 guppies or whatever. In a father fish tank, Amazon sword do amazing. Yes, they do. They love it. Absolutely. They have a very fast developing root system, as do the Vallisneria. So they're able to get to the nutrition very quickly and just suck it up and grow on that. They really do quite well. Red light robot. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to see you. Any types of leaves we shouldn't use? Well, the primary thing you don't want to use is green leaves. They need to be thoroughly dried. And if they are thoroughly dried, they're gonna be okay. Generally, you want to stick with hardwood leaves, oak, maple, nut pine, any nut tree, any fruit tree. Those are all hardwoods. Try not to use softwood leaves. That's where you get toxins. They grew big quick, Army's saying. Earth inspired. Thanks to the advice about the salt dip, the White Cloud Mountain minnows have improved 100%. Wonderful, Earth inspired. Delighted to hear it. He got a colony of White Cloud Mountain minnows that had fungus on the lip. So we recommended a salt dip and it cleared it up quickly. So that's great. Good to hear. Army Aquatics. I had 2 swords in a tank that grew 3 to 4 times in size in a couple of months. They do grow quick. Yeah, Bob Moss, don't use pine anything. Good advice. Kevin, I have garbage bags full of oak leaves. I also collect wet leaves from stream and throw them right in. That's exactly right. And then Rohan saying partially broken down leaves from a water body is not just good, but perfect. It's exactly what you need to do. Red Light Robot has a question. I've acquired 3 centipede knifefish. They're similar in shape to transparent. What are appropriate possible things? I don't know what a centipede knifefish is. Centipede, let me look that up. I'm not sure I know. These fancy names things are given. Maybe local. We'll see. Let's see what this is. Can I bring it up? Oh, okay. Calling this a centipede instead of genus Dwidii. Centipede knifefish. It's instead of genus Dwidii. I've not heard them called that, but that's neat. Tank mates. They're a very gentle, secretive little fish. They don't take any aggression at all. They are not aggressive at all. So you want to be somewhat careful with what you're putting in with them. Not aggressive fish. Now here's one I like. They're calling this a centipede. I think they're calling it that because of the markings. This is a knife fish that grows upwards of 3 foot long, the Asa knife, which has a trumpet-like mouth, trumpet-like head, actually. I've had these about 2 foot long, not in recent years. Nice little fish. Oh, here's one. Look at this one. Come on up. There it is. This is cool. Wow. It has a long, thin snout. Can I see if I can get it bigger? That's amazing. Never saw that one before. See if we can get out of this. And Asa, that's another Asa. Hmm. Oh, here's my all-time favorite. Now, do you know what this is? Notice the the ventral fin that runs from the top of the head to the tip of the tail. It's round, torpedo shaped. It's not flat, it's round. Has a blunt nose and a tail that comes to a tip. That is an Abba Abba. Yes, Stickman got it. Abba Abba. They grow upwards of 4 foot long. You can't keep them with anything, but they are a magnificent fish. I've had them at various times and have always just thoroughly enjoyed them. Let me get back to Katrina Nedick. Hello, Katharina. Seal 58. Never seen so many dirty tanks. Ah, good job. Good job, Seal. Right. We're all about dirty tanks. Are there any places near Seattle that have creeks with fish in them? Yes, as a matter of fact, you want to get hold of Alex because he loves collecting, in the Seattle area. The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium is his channel. He's available this morning. I know because I just got a post from him about just before I came on. Isabella, hello, Isabella. Kevin says tannin tanks is a mental shift. Just because the water is stained does not mean it's dirty. Well, that's right. DM, I was having issues with ick. Raising the temperature, like Father Fish said, seems to have worked. It does indeed. Scott's saying that the night fish is a shy fish. Yes, they are a very shy fish. Is mulm good for an aquarium, Stickman? Don't they give space for anaerobic bacteria to grow? No, they give space for microfauna to grow. Anaerobic bacteria cannot grow in mulm. Anaerobic bacteria cannot grow in the presence of oxygen. And it would have to be packed dense tight like the dirt in the bottom of the tank, which has anaerobic bacteria in it for the sole purpose of breaking down waste. So, no, anaerobic bacteria does not grow in mulm. What grows in mulm is microfauna, which is the home to little tiny fish feeding. Christina, I had to try something new with my favorite fish because I was killing myself and they were dying. Nothing worked until I found the father fish method. Happy to hear that, Christina, and glad it worked for you. Scott Stankovich had the tank already set up and hated mulm buildup, so I chucked the leaves and only bowled half of them. Well, you need to get over that, Scott. Learn to live with a dirty tank, and you'll learn to live with healthy fish. Red light robot. I've acquired 3. Oh, that's a centipede knife. Well, appropriate tank mates. If you can find a African elephant nose, that's a great fish to put in with a night fish. Any tetras are great. Cory cats are good. Most any fish that's not at all aggressive will be fine with a night fish. You might look into trying to get an elephant nose, though. That would be pretty cool. Let's see how we're doing here. Alex stuff is good, says Scott. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Jay Oliver. Hello, Jay Oliver. Nice to see you. Susan. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. Merry Christmas to you. God bless you. Scott, I'm trying, Father Fish. I know it takes a while. You you got to get over your fear of dirt, I think. Oh dear. I know. Katrina Nenek. Hello, Katrina. Nice to see you. Abba Abba. Abba Abba is not a knife fish. Gymnarchus niloticus. It's also called a Nile river fish. It sometimes is classified with them. It's not in that family. For one thing, it's a labyrinth fish. Doesn't have functional gills. It is also blind. It has no eyes. What else is unique about it? It can swim as fast backward as it can forward. It is uniquely sensitive to vibration. And it's a fabulous fish. I love them. Very hard to get. Harder and harder to get. Let's see. Scott is saying, Jennifer, your guppies are beautiful. Baby whale marmoret quickly attacked the knifefish in the larger aquarium. So they're in the fry grow out. It was nearly instant. All five began chasing them. Oh my word. I thought about that as I mentioned it. Okay, so you can't put marmoret in with knifefish. Ha. Thank you for that, red light robot. I've kept these things together, but in big tanks with tremendous amounts of cover. And of course, they were in a retail environment, so they got sold out pretty quickly. And they were pretty stressed getting them in and holding them. So I don't always have good advice in that respect. I appreciate your comment, Red Light Robot. Happy to know that. So you do not want to put whales or elephant nose with knifefish. They are two different. Now, one of the things that's interesting about that is that typically when you put fish from radically different regions, like Africans and South Americans together, they tend to ignore each other. It's almost as though they don't see each other because they're from such dramatically different environments. But in this case, Red Light Robot saying that the baby whale marmoret quickly attacked the knifefish in a large aquarium. So they've got them in a fried grow out now. All five began chasing. Wow. Had 5 baby whales. Wow, that's exciting. Very cool. Kevin's saying if plants are struggling, maybe try a stronger light. I think some other species of plant too are going to do better. The species of plant you have in there now are slow growing plants. You need fast growing plants. And the Vallisneria sword are 2 really good ones for that, as are the others that were mentioned here, water sprite and water hyacinth. Red Light Robot, baby whales are not as friendly to other electric animals, IMO. The ropefish are excellent with them. I've read that African knifefish are fine to co-house. Okay, great. African knives. Most of the knife fish that we get in the hobby are South American. Now, the ab is not one you could put with any of those. The large female went to the tip of the tail, not the end, as discovered it was electric. And the chase was on. Wow. Interesting. Bob Moss is feeding in shrimp peas. Gonna be fun to watch. Yes, it will. All right, we are down to it, guys. We're gonna play a little Christmas music here and sign off. I will be back on Be back on Friday. Be here at 8:30 Friday evening. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna do Christmas stuff. So let's see. Yeah, I think we got everything so far. Looks like we did. Thank you all. Bless you all. Good to be with you. Let's play a little Merry Christmas music.
To keep my tanks from getting frightful, lights and sand will make it delightful. It's just I got nowhere to go. Get the hose, let it go.
That's Rena, yes.
It doesn't show signs of stopping. Water change just keeps it popping. Make sure your lights are way down low. Get the hose, let it flow, let it flow. When we finally bid each other good night, we can join the Discord forum, making fish keeping a delight.
Stickman, that'll be great.
Make sure to keep your fishies warm. Now our troubles are sliding. No more plants and fish are dying. As long as we have all the fishy show, let it flow, let it go, love you show.
Bye all. Nice to be with you. See you Friday. Bye for now.